Concentration Network, and I welcome you and thank you for coming today. One of the roles that we have as a LIN is to do local health system planning. So our planning expertise allowed us to plan for this day on the rainiest, darkest day of the year. Sorry, it turned out to be such a beautiful day, and we're putting you in a room under a closed roof with no windows. So much for our plan. Anyways, we very much appreciate you coming here today. Many of you would have been at the visioning day that we had to kick this off. It was almost a year ago. And in that day, I mentioned that I've been in many mental health redesign efforts that seem to go nowhere. And they actually, the documents, the work, the good work, talented input that contributed to the work and led to documents and plans sat on the shelf. And I had so many people would tell me before the start of other programs and efforts that I've been in that, okay, one more time, I'll come to the table. But if something doesn't happen this time, don't ever ask me to come again. And I made a point at the visioning session that I guarantee you, and I'm still repeating that guarantee, that we will implement. We are committed. This planning is leading somewhere. We are going to improve life for those who suffer from mental illness or addictions. So your commitment to helping this redesign and providing the leadership to make this a reality is very, very much appreciated. I think before I make my comments, those weren't my comments, but I'll make those were my comments, but they weren't the comments I was planning on making. I think we'll go around the table and have everybody introduce themselves. And what I'd ask you to do is say who you are, and you can say what organization you're from, but also say which working group you're on. Because here we have people who will be involved in all the working groups. And then once the working groups start, you'll be in your own working group. But today, you're all together, all the working groups are together. So it would be helpful for everyone to know who's on which working group. And so if I could start over with this gentleman, the iPad, caught him in the midst of a text. So if you could introduce yourself, the organization you're with, but also importantly the work group that you'll be.
I'm John Scholderman. I'm a parent